Okay guys, I am back. This video is a tutorial specifically for my YouTube friend BK Dingaling. He just wanted to know how I got this look that I have here. So I'm going to take all my pins out and then do a step-by-step explaining exactly what my process is. And I got some back. So this is basically what my hair looked like after I finished braiding it, minus these few curls right here. I didn't have a certain amount of braids in each, certain amount of locks in each braid. The ones in the front here, I mean, it's all uneven. So I have about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, maybe 6 locks in this braid, but I started my locks with braids. So my braids are pretty small. So my parts are small. Hence my locks are pretty small. So here I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And this is how thick my braid is. So yeah, none of them are incredibly huge. I started at the back and sectioned it off. And I just took, I don't know, this maybe 5 or 6. And I braided them and rubber banded them like this. So I just wanted to make sure that all of the braids were around the same size, so that the curl pattern would come out the same for all of them. But I couldn't tell you how many. There's different amounts of locks within each section. So one may have 5 or 6, another may have 7 or 8. It just depends. So, okay, so I have it all braided, rubber banded at the bottom. I started with the pin curl. So I took a lock like this and just curled it slightly like that. Well, I don't think I started with this one. I started with this one. I'll do this one first. And I made sure when I twisted it, I put the rubber banded part underneath. Like that. Because I don't really like it when the rubber band actually shows. This is the hairpin that I use. And actually stuck the hairpin inside, in between the braid, the lock here, just to make sure that it would hold. And I stuck the pin in. You push it out a little bit and stick it back in so you won't be able to see it. Okay. Yep, like that. And I took the other one and I did the same exact thing. Pin it down. It'll come out differently every time. That's one thing I did notice. It doesn't always come out exactly the same way it did the first time you did it. So this isn't going to look as cool as it did the first time, I don't think. Okay. And then I just took this one. I braided them going with the locks going back so that the hair will come, when I take the braids down, the braids will fall away from my forehead. But I pulled this forward and I just tucked it a little bit under here. Like that. Swooped it a little. And I take the pin and I pinned it like that. And I have to position a little bit just to make sure that they were all in. Do a little pressing, patting, you know, however. There you go. So I have a pin curl, 2 pin curls. I'm actually going to use another hairpin to hold this part down. Right here. because I don't like it. I want it as flat as I can get. So for here, I was stuck. Like, okay, what do I do? So I just grabbed some hair and pulled back a little. I liked the way it looked. So I grabbed a few like this and I twisted them just slightly and I pinned it in place. And then I grabbed this and I pulled it back and I pinned it in place. So I'll show you. Pull this back like this. And pin it. Just stick this piece through the open lock. And pin. Grab the next one. And pin in place. We're not going to look exactly the way that the first style looked because I wasn't actually going for any specific, going in any specific direction. I was just pinning. And if it held, it held. So take this, wrap that around. I don't like the way that looks. You feel it. So it's not all the way in. So I'm just going to turn in another direction. So I have this, and I kind of just twist it over with the ones that were hanging. Twist it. Another hairpin. Okay. So I have all of these coming over to one side. And now I just have this side. Twist it a little. Grab another to go over. Gosh, my headphones. Okay. I love these sandwich bags. They really come in handy. Rubber bands and hairpins. Let's see, how do I want this to look? I'm going to pin all of these right down in place back here. Because I don't want them moving. That's not working. Some extra pins. Just sticking a hairpin in like this. Go into the section where I want the pin to go in and pin it down. So this is it moving. Now when I got to this section over here, I didn't really know how I wanted it to be pinned, so I just sort of fiddled with it like I just did. Fiddled with it until it fit into place. I'm going to pin it down there. I'm actually using more pins now than I used before because it's a different style. I mean, it seems the same, but all the locks are draped completely different than they were before. So, but that's okay because the idea is the same. The results will be the same. So. Okay. fabulous. And I have these still coming to the side like I wanted. A little different, but ultimately the same goal. And I think it still looks so cute. So I hope that this was clear enough. Everybody's locks, depending on everybody's hair, is going to be different. You know, this style is not going to come out exactly the same regardless to who does it. So I'm happy with it. I'm going to leave it like this. No more fiddling with the hair today. So I hope that this was clear enough. Let me know if you have any more questions. Anybody who has any questions, comments, please post them and I will respond as soon as possible. And we'll have a good day.